Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and today's mailbag is presented by our good friends, Panda Sups. Use code Raiders to save 25% off at pandasups.com. We were nice enough to put the link down in the comments and in the description of the video. Huge shout out to Maher and everybody over there on Panda, always repping with the Raiders Report. So let's go to the first one rolling in here, and Splash Mob is talking about trading for Jalen Ramsey. I'll be real with y'all. I don't think trading for Jalen Ramsey makes a lot of sense. He's coming off arguably his worst year as a pro. He's making $22 million. Los Angeles is probably going to want 2 first-round picks for him. So for that reason, I would say no to trading for Jalen Ramsey. Let's go to the next one. Coming in here from Gary Reynolds. Mitch, Vegas has the Jets as the highest odds to get Derek Carr. What do you think? I mean, the landing spot definitely makes some sense, right? I was going to try to make a landing strip and Jets joke, which maybe it makes itself. I don't know. Zach Wilson's probably about it. Here's the thing, though. I do believe that the Jets absolutely are up there. They could try to get him in free agency if the Raiders aren't unable to trade him. Also, in a trade, though, the Jets will be interested. I don't know if they should be, though. Derek 0-7 all-time in games under 37 degrees. But if they believe that they're a quarterback away and that team does have a lot of talent, then sure, you could think about it. Here's the other thing, though. If I'm Derek, though, you can have confidence in yourself. But by him going to the Jets, I still would probably put money on Buffalo winning that division. I mean, you're leaving Patrick Mahomes to go to play in the same division with Josh Allen. I know that's a great business move. So here's my question for all of you. Where will DC play next season? And I get it. Some of you are like, Mitch, he's not even the quarterback of the team anymore. It's what people always ask me. So I'm going to ask y'all, where will Derek Carr play next season in the NFL? Let's go to a super chat rolling in here from Akash. A post on IG by NFL says that Brady's retiring. I'm going to give this one 0 just win babies and say that it's not true. So I just checked. There's nothing out there. No, Brady's, as the time I am recording this video, which is on Tuesday, not true. Let's go to Ray Rivera. What about Purdy and we offer him $30 million? No. I'm not going to do that. Also, if I was San Francisco, I wouldn't want to do that. If you're the 49ers, why not roll with Brock Purdy and Trey Lance next season? If anything, they might try to move on from Trey Lance in a trade in terms of overall value. Purdy is in a perfect system right now. They got a lot of talent around him. Ain't no way in hell I'm paying Brock Purdy $30 million a year, though. Let's go to Raji Gaines. I know we probably definitely getting Tom Brady, but we need a top 10, really top 5, and you think he top 16, which isn't that good, so there needs to be a plan. I believe the plan would be you bring in Brady for 1 season, and then you hope that a quarterback can learn underneath him, and then you hand the keys to that young quarterback going forward. If you're still not confident in that young quarterback, then you would hope that you'd be able to get somebody like a Drake May, Caleb Williams, and at that point, I'm not kidding you. I mean, if I was the Raiders and you're still in this situation where you didn't make the playoffs, even with Tom Brady as your quarterback, and let's say you're at pick 12, 13, I would do something that San Francisco did and just literally give up all the picks to try to go up and get a guy like Drake May, try to go up and get a guy like Caleb Williams. I would literally put everything on the line because those 2 quarterbacks, they're legit, man. Let's go to Brett. What would be a trade package that got DC to the Jets and Quinnen Williams to the Raiders? I don't see the Jets trading away Quinnen Williams. I love Quinnen. He's a hell of a defensive tackle, no doubt about it. But I don't see why, if you're the New York Jets, why you would trade away Quinnen Williams when you're also trying to win by going out and getting a quarterback, right? If I'm the Jets, I'd be more willing to trade away a pick. And one of the trades that I said was you give up a first-round pick to get Derek Carr, and then the Raiders send Derek Carr in a third-rounder. I don't believe that a team's willing to give up a first, straight up for DC anymore. Quinnen Williams, though, if you told me right now Quinnen Williams for Derek Carr straight up, I would do it in a heartbeat, though I don't think the Jets would. All right, y'all, remember, if you love the Raiders and you want more free Raiders videos, make sure you turn on the notification bell, which is literally the bell right underneath the video. Hit that subscribe button, and I take a lot of pride in people who try to be the part of the Noti Gang, and the Noti Gang here is people who always comment first on videos. So shout out to the Noti Gang, which posted up here on the 16th, the video I put out, which was on Monday. Jaime Alvarado Sr., every single video, he's always like, sup Chugs, sup Mitch, love seeing that kind of stuff. Jake Smith, unknown Raider guy, a.k.a. Raider Jason, Take Flight Task, always is one of the top guys in there. And then David, I appreciate y'all. In terms of the guys who were rocking and rolling with me during Wild Card Weekend, and hopefully y'all pull up this weekend as well. Major love to Tryvan, who was the MVP this weekend. Wild 114 got shit wild and popping. Raiders Podcast said we ain't going home on Monday night. Brandon Jasper, always having a good time. Hellcat having some fun with Dice Game. And then Daniel Jimenez also not letting us go home last night. Much love to all y'all. Let's go to Patrick B. What's up, bro? How do we pull off Lamar? Al will rise again and do what he always did. I mean, if Lamar Jackson, which there's a lot of turmoil going on right now with him in Baltimore. And I actually think that if he would have had a contract, he would have tried to play. But he knows, I don't have a contract. I'm going to get paid big time in the offseason. He's not going to risk it. And you saw past quarterbacks like RG3 come out and say, he did the right thing. We'll end up seeing, here's the thing, though. Previously, I said, hand Lamar Jackson a blank check. I'm not on that boat anymore. The injuries are concerning. Back-to-back seasons where I believe you combined all the years or the stats, 38 total touchdowns the past 2 seasons. That's not top quarterback money to me. If he wants to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, I'm probably out on that boat. Because you look at a lot of the teams that are the top highest paid quarterbacks, those guys aren't in the playoffs, right? Packers, Cardinals, Browns, Broncos, top 4 teams that have the highest paid QBs, none in the playoffs. Let's go to one of the guys on Mount Rushmore. What up, Wild One? Why would we want Brady after yesterday? I don't think it's a matter of wanting Brady. It's you're probably just going to have to deal with it. I would imagine that Josh McDaniels is so confident in himself and Ziegler is so confident in himself that they look at that game yesterday and they go, they're not going to judge Brady on the way he played. They're like, they don't care. They're like, oh, we could make Brady work in our system, in our offense because it worked before. I don't really think that by me coming up here on the show saying that, hey, the Raiders, they're going to get Tom Brady is me saying that the Raiders, or that I want Tom Brady. I'm just starting to deal with the fact that this is probably how it's going to go. And yes, I do think that the best case scenario for the Raiders going forward is bringing in Brady because I do think it helps you short and long term. But that's because you were dealt with Josh McDaniels. I'm trying to do the best I can do dealing with Josh McDaniels, and I believe that's taking less power out of him and giving more to a quarterback. The only quarterback that I believe takes power away from McDaniels is, in fact, Tom Brady. Now, y'all, huge love to Panda Sups. They got an awesome deal going on right now, and I've been trying to eat healthier. Minus the Taco Bell day, I've been doing a lot better. But, yeah, I know, 12 tacos, man, it's going to get you. So I love Panda Sups. Some of the products that I personally really love from them is their protein. And if you haven't already tried, make sure you do so. Panda Sups Fuel is the finest multi-phase premium blended protein to ever hit the market. Using premium ingredients such as non-GMO whey protein isolate, grass-fed collagen, whey concentrate, casein protein, egg protein, probiotics, and digestive enzymes to help you promote healthy digestion. With a plethora of trademarked ingredients backed by studies and clinical research, Panda will help you keep safe from false claims and empty promises. So get ready to be fueled for hours with the deliciously scrumptious powder containing 30 grams of protein per scoop, only 2 grams of carbs, 1 gram of sugar. Now, the ones that they have the chocolate ice cream, which you see on screen. They have fruity, which I always say kind of tastes like the milk on the bottom of a bowl from Fruity Pebbles. The vanilla ice cream, great in smoothies if you're a smoothie drinker. This is the best tasting protein on the market, and I'm willing to back it up. I have unlimited supplies of protein. I got Jeremy hooked on it, and I bet you guys would like it too. Seriously, just try it, and it's going to fill you up a little bit. 30 grams of protein, 20 carbs, 2 grams of carbs, 1 gram of sugar, 1 gram of fat, 140 calories. It's a lot of bang for your buck, and the guy who owns it is a diehard Raider fan. So comments, description is where you can find the link. Let's go to Zornell. Why sign TB when we don't have a defense? He can win out a defense. Are you saying he can win without a defense? I would say bringing in Tom Brady also helps you bring in other players that want to play with TB12. Whether you like it or not, having Brady compared to Derek Carr, there's going to be more people that want to play with Tom Brady than play with Derek Carr. Point blank, period. That's truly, truly how I feel. So, yeah, if you're bringing Brady, you're also going to have to spend a little bit more money on the offensive line. but you're probably going to have to end up doing that anyway. You can bring in talent on the defense. Let's go to the next one rolling in here from Kevin Rogers. Do you try to sign or steal Daniel Jones from the Giants? Money talks. I'll be real, okay? Daniel Jones, what he did against Minnesota was unbelievable. And I have said for a long time that I don't think Jones is that good of a quarterback. He proved me wrong the other day. I'll also say that that's just how bad the Vikings defense is. When you got Paul Gunther, who helps run the Vikings defense, that should tell you just about everything you need to know. But Daniel did play well. The coaching staff over there with Brian Daboll did a good job. I don't trust Daniel Jones, though, with Josh McDaniels. So for that reason, I'm not going to do it. And I actually think that because of that game he had the other day, I bet you Jones gets 3 years, $110 million. Are you going to pay Daniel Jones $36 million a year? I'm not. Let's go to Roger That. If Stroud is there at 7, would you draft him? It depends what your quarterback situation is. If you got Tom Brady, I don't think that that's the route that they're going to go, because they would probably want to use that number 7 pick on taking somebody on the offensive line to help TB12 or help somebody on defense that helps them right away. If you don't get Tom Brady, then yeah. I mean, realistically, I would try to do it then, because I know that Ziegler likes Stroud. It's a gamble, no doubt about it. It depends, though. If you got Brady, the answer probably is going to be no. So here's my question to you, though. If C.J. Stroud is there at pick number 7, would you take him? Be real with me. I want to know what you guys are thinking. If C.J. Stroud is there at 7, should the Raiders take him? Another one rolling in here from Kevin Rogers. Or sign Brady for 2 years and Joe Burrow becomes a free agent in 2025. He's never going to become a free agent. So, I mean, the Bengals are never going to let Joe Burrow go. Just like the Chiefs are never going to let Patrick Mahomes go. Just like the Bills will never let. I mean, when you get a quarterback of this talent, you don't let him go. So, sorry. Somebody the other day asked me, could the Raiders trade for Joe Burrow? If I'm Cincinnati, if you offered me, I'm not kidding you, 10 first-round picks, it's not even possible, I'd still say no. No, I'm not giving you Joe Burrow. Let's go to Raider fan Goat. What do you think of getting Levante David or Marcus Peters in free agency? I'm probably good on Marcus Peters. He's definitely washed up at this point. I love his tenacity that he brings, and I know a lot of people love him because I believe he grew up a Raider fan. Levante David, though, he could still play at a pretty high level, and the Raiders definitely need a linebacker. Jeremy Cole, how about that Dallas kicking team? Holy shit. I'll tell you what, man. I've watched a lot of football. When he missed the first extra point, I was like, all right, that was bad. Then the second one, I was like, wow, that's really bad. The third one was the worst one because he definitely overcompensated. So 3 missed extra points, and then he missed the fourth? I actually felt bad when he made the 5th because the television, they didn't even show it. It was just like, oh, he made it. That was an absolute meltdown, no doubt about it. Let's go to OG Bloodstain. Love watching big man Hank succeed. I was actually talking to Hank's wife today. We were talking about the success because I told her, I was like, man, we went crazy when Hank got that sack, and she was like, pretty happy about that. I'm trying to plan a double date with Alex and I and Hank, so I'll let you guys know how he's doing. Sounds like he's doing well. He likes being in Dallas, and best of luck to big time. Let's go to Jersey Boy Greaser, and then I see Graphic sent in a super chat, so we'll have to get to him. Tom Brady, Will Levis, Devontae Adams, OBJ, Gronk, Josh Jacobs, trade Carr and Waller for a good defensive player. I mean, if you were able to bring in Brady, if Will Levis is there in the second round, I would take advantage of that. I don't think that that's going to happen. I believe that you're going to see a quarterback like Levis. I'm telling you, he could actually go top 10. There are some NFL people that believe that. That'd be a hell of an offense, though. I think that they're also going to bring back Matt Collins, Gronk, next to Darren Waller. They would need another tight end. I mean, if you traded away Carr and Waller for good defensive players, my question would be, which defensive players are you trying to get? I mean, if you're going to give up those two dudes, which obviously Carr is going to be out the door, Waller, though, I would want a premier defensive tackle. Let's go to Docs. What's up, bro? I need a barber in the Dallas area, and your cut is kind of cold. Any suggestions? So the only time when I talk to Graf, I realize how out of the loop I am sometimes with the way people from the West Coast talk. Kind of cold? Is that a good thing? I'm not necessarily sure. The guy who cuts my hair, though, I'll give it to you. It's his IG. I follow him on IG. It's like Stunna_fades. He's actually a Raiders fan. Watches the show, and about 2 years ago at this point, he sent in a super chat that said, my girlfriend thinks that your hair looks bad, and I should be able to cut your hair. And now I've been going to the same barber for 2 years. So But it's Stunna_Fades. Check him out on IG. He does a hell of a job, at least. I mean, it's kind of cold, apparently. So, in Dallas, which is a big thing.
Low-key kind of heat.
Low-key kind of heat, kind of cold. Shout out to Docs, man. Let's go to Jason. What's up, bro? Super thanks. Thanks from Jason Harrington. Trade Carr and a pick to Indy for DeForest Buckner. I love DeForest Buckner. No doubt about it. Indy ain't trading away DeForest Buckner. He's one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL. I also don't know if I would trust trading with the Colts. And if you're watching this live, I'm going to tell you probably here in a little bit. Now, remember, y'all, you can always interact with me on social media. You want more Raiders news? Twitter. You want my more personal life and, I don't know, just things going on with me? Instagram. A wise man once said, locals, locals, locals. And if you want more interaction, personal content, hey, don't take it from me. Take it from Brandon Jasper. This is like my OnlyFans for Raiders content. Raidersport.locals.com. Appreciate everyone who tuned in to today's mailbag. And remember, make sure you join Jeremy and I on Saturday and Sunday for both of our watch parties during the divisional round, Chiefs and Jags, Bills and Bengals. I hope that you all tune in. I know Jeremy and I are going to have a hell of a time. We had a hell of a time Monday, had a hell of a time on Saturday. We're going to be rooting for Jacksonville, and I don't really know who I'm going to be rooting for in Bills and Bengals game. I just hope it's going to be a good game. Hit the subscribe button, set those calendar reminders because I want you to join us. It's going to be a hell of a time.